So thanks for actually joining once more and welcome to the class today. Apologies that it took a while for the class to actually get going. So we're going to start by sorry, I think we're going to actually start now. So percentage actually change. So let's start with this. So you see percentage change. For example, now when you say percentage change, the meaning is that what the formula equals to change, percentage change equals to change divided by the original times 100. When you say change means what? The difference between the new amount and the old amount. I just want to go over what the original is. That the original is the amount before increase and decrease. The amount before what? Before decrease and actually what? Increase. So I can see that one is called what? Increase or decrease. So let's look at the first example now. When you say that look at this example, that the price of a pencil, the price of a product increase from 10 to 12 pounds. Work out the percentage increase. Now you see it increased from what? From 12 to this day. Work out the percentage increase. So when you say that the percentage increase means that the difference, I told you before, the difference is the change divided by the original times 100. What is the change? The price of the product was 10. It now increased to 12. The price was 10. It now increased to 12. So the change is 2. Because it was 10 before, it now increased to 12. The change between the former price and the new price is 2. Put that one there. What of the, what's it called? The initial product. The original amount is what? The original amount is 10. The original amount was the amount before the increase. The original amount is the amount before the increase. The amount before the increase was £10. You put that 10 there, times 100. So that gives you what? 200 divided by 10. That gives you what? 20%. Can you see? That means that the products increased by what? By 20%. The product actually what? Increased by what? By 20%. So I'm going to give an example. So this one represents what? Like, percentage what? Increase. Now, when you say a product, decrease in price from £10 to £7. Work out the percentage change. Reduce in price from 10 to 7. Work out the percentage what? Change. So that means the price was £10 before, it now became £7. What is the change? The change is £3. So you put that one down there. Put 3. What was the price before the decrease? The price before the decrease was £10. You put that one there. Now multiply by what? By 100. That gives you 300 divided by 10. That gives you £30. That gives you what? £30. 30%. So what I will do is that I will ask you to have a go on this. A product increase in price from £10 to £14. What is the percentage change? So I want you guys to work it out. Then I'm going to actually mute. Yeah. So it's an increase from what? From 10 to 14. That means that the change is £4. What was the amount before? The amount was 10 before the increase. You put that one there, times 100. That gives you what? 400 over 10 gives you 40%. Who got it right? So if you have any question on that, you can actually post it in. But I think this one should be fine. Difference divided by 10 times 100. Don't forget the formula is this. The change is what? The change is the difference between the initial amount and the final amount. Why the original amount is what? Is the amount before the increase. So the amount before the increase is 10. That's why I put it there. The change is what? Is 4, because difference between 14 and 10 is 4. So that is actually how to calculate what percentage change. So in some situations, you might actually require to use calculator, but I think that should be okay. So now let's look at the final part. Is going to be reverse percentage. It's going to be what? Reverse percentage. For example, now, if you go to a sales shop, you will see that maybe during Black Friday, they will tell you that, oh, this frame is 20% off. This is 10% off. This is 100%. This is 20% off. They tell you those things. That's called reverse percentage. What they ask to do is that they want to know the amount. It's going to actually what the amount it costs before that increase. Now, let's look at it now. So when you see that in a sale, product cost £8. It has been reduced by 20%. Work out the original amounts. Can you see? That's been reduced by what? By 20%. Work out the original amount. So what you have to do is this. Percentage is out of 100. You know that. I told you that one when we started doing percentages about 2 weeks ago. It's out of what? 100. So you will do what? 20. Because out of 100, you do 100 minus 20. 100% minus 20%. That gives you what? 80%. So what is 80% as a decimal? That gives you what? 0.8. Remember? I told you about that before. So can you see 100 minus 20? You take away 20 from what? 100 first to get 80%. 80% equals what? 0.8. You now divide the amount by the decimal you get. So it's going to be what? 8 divided by 0.8. So what is that? What is 8 divided by a calculator? 8 divided by 0.8, that gives you 10. That means that the product was £10 before they reduced the what to £8 in a sale. You can put this one down while I should stop the recording. In a sale, the price of a product is £49. This in the state when you do what you do 30% off. Can you see? That's the sale. You see what? 30% off. Work out the price before the sale. Can you see? Work out the price before this. So that gives you what? 100% minus 30% gives you what? 70%. You see? Because it's 30% off. So always take it from 100%. Then convert that one to decimal. That gives you what? 0.7. You will now do 49 divided by 0.7. So 49 divided by 0.7, that gives you 70. So that means that the price of the product was £70 before the increase. Can you see? Before the decrease. So the price was actually what? Was £70 before the decrease. So I will ask you to try one now. In a sale of just say 25% of the price of a product is now 375 pounds. Work out the price before decrease. Of alpha gives you 100% minus 25% off. So that gives you what, 75%. To decimal, that gives you what, 0.75. We now do 375 divided by 0.75. 500. We go 500 pounds. So it's going to be what? 500 pounds. So that's going to be 500 pounds. So, and the last one now could be increase. Now, if we say a price, product price, increased by 20%, the price is now 240 pounds. What was the price before the increase? So because it's now increase, it's not sales, it's not off. When you say it's off, you take it away. But this is now increase. You have to what? You have to add them. This is now increase. You have to actually what? Add them. So that gives you 100 plus 20. You add 100 plus 20%, that gives you what? 120%. You now change this one to decimal. What is 120% to decimal? That gives you what? 1.20. So to do after, you just do 240 divided by 1.20. That is what? 200. So that means that the money was £200 before the increase. It was actually what? £200 before the increase. So key things you have to know is this: we covered. It's already recorded. That we actually what covered.
Can I ask a question?
All right.
How did you get 200?
Yes. What is a 240 divided by 1.20 on your calculator?
Okay, just bear with me. Can we use calculator? Are we allowed to use calculator?
Yeah, that's what use it, yes.
Okay. 240 divided by 120. That's 2.
No, that is 1.20.
Oh, sorry. 1.20. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay.
200.
Thank you.
So that's how it works. And the recording is going to be available, and you can be able to actually see these things again. So, if you say, okay, increase by 30%, it's going to be what you add to it and everything. This one that we did requires you to use calculator. I told you earlier that this functional scheme is in 2 sections. The first section is what? Non-calculator. Second section is what? Calculator. The one calculator, questions like this actually what pops out of it. So it's very important you have a calculator already. I think they will also tell you about using your calculator too in the exam. So any other questions on this, please?
Just another one, please. This class now, will it be in the college website?
Yeah, it should be there. And if it's not there, just send a message to the group, and Jill will put it there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Because I'm using the let me just mute this thing.